Hi, this is Eden Sunshine, founder of the Level 7 system. I'd like to welcome you back to this series on implementing Level 7 within your organization. Today's video is titled Wearing the Right Hats. And the purpose of this video is to help you understand, begin to see that there's actually different types of work that takes place within an organization. I'm not referring to the different types of positions like the receptionist and office manager and salesperson and president or CEO and CPA or controller. I'm talking about the different types of work that take place in a business. And you're going to find that it's very, very important to this process of implementing Level 7 that we begin to create a distinction between the types of work that happen in a business. And there are three types of work. There's the work of the leader, there's the work of the manager, and there's the work, or what we call tactical work, the work of the doer within the organization. And perhaps you've heard of these terms before in an organization. Well, the work of a leader is quite simply a function. Having a title of leader or CEO or president of the company doesn't necessarily mean that that person in that position is engaged in leadership work. Well, what exactly is leadership work? Summarizing, it's essentially the work of defining the goals, the vision, and objectives of the organization and creating what I call an enthusiastic collective focus within your organization to drive to those objectives and those vision and those goals within the organization. So the work of the leader is about defining where are we going. Now, the work of a manager is distinctly different than that of the work of a leader. And a lot of people get confused about the work of the manager, but quite frankly, the work of the manager is described as how do we get the results that the leader has defined within the organization. In other words, how do we accomplish that? So the leader is defining what is the goal, the manager is defining how are we going to get there. And within Level 7, our simple solution to that problem is creating a great system. We talked about that briefly in the introduction video, and we'll certainly be talking more about systems and replication in the work of the manager as we move forward. But simply put, the manager's job is to create the best possible system so that we can accomplish the goals or the results that have been defined through the leadership of the organization. And then with that, the manager's job is to develop the people that are responsible for operating those systems so that they can be most effective and efficient and well-trained to operate those systems that have been designed by the manager. Finally, the work of the doer is just that. They're the ones that are doing the work that have been described in the systems. They're answering the telephones, they're going on the sales calls, they're placing the ads to attract leads. They're the ones that are building the equipment or the product that you actually build or delivering the service. They're the ones that are doing the bookkeeping. They're the ones that are shifting and moving around stock and placing the inventory. This is the work of the doer. And the work of the doer, the work of the manager, and the work of the leader are all critically important to an organization. Imagine having a business that all we do is doer work. Well, how futile would that be if we didn't have a defined result? And how ineffective would it be if we didn't take the time to determine the best way of doing that work? Now, if all we do is leadership work, all we're doing is dreaming. And if all we do is management work, we may have a great system without anybody doing it or without any direction. So the point of this process is simply for you to understand that all of these different types of work are critical to the success of your organization. And that's why we call it wearing the right hats. And as you move forward with this, you're going to be looking face to face with the type of work that you do, the type of work that other people in the organization do, so that we can create a significant and productive balance between the leadership work, the management work, and the doer work in your organization. This has been Eden Sunshine of the Level 7 system. Thanks for being here.